Hi guys, thank you so much for being here to watch this video. Hi, my name is Asantua and I welcome you to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some productivity tips. Just a few weeks back, a friend made a comment in passing and it got me thinking. So he said something along the lines of, how are you able to get yourself involved in so many things and yet you don't excel? How are you able to do so many things? It seems like you're doing a lot. How are you able to do all of that? Sometimes when you do something for a long time and it becomes a part of you, you start to overlook it. You don't think much about it until someone really picks it and points it out to you, and you're like, oh yeah, that's actually true. So it got me thinking, and I just decided to share with you some of the things that I do, personally, that helps me, that have been working for me for a very long time. And I do pray that it helps you to become more productive, in your day. I just want to share with you a few things that I do. So right now I'm a PhD student. I'm in my second year. I am also a writer and an author of 4 books, which I published in 1 year. That was last year, 2024. I do a lot of content creation. I'm very active on social media. I am a lay preacher. I'm very active in my church. I'm a Bible study leader. I'm also in the choir in the creative arts department. I do MCing. I do mentorship for the American Academy of Optometry, African chapter. I moderate some of their sessions. I'm just sharing all of this with you, not to boast, but to let you see that I actually do quite a lot of things. But in all of this, I'm still able to give value. I'm still able to deliver. I don't compromise on quality at all. And I'm still able to maintain my grades. How am I able to do all of this? The first tip that I would share with you that really works for me is actually find a strong enough reason to start your day early. All of us love to sleep. Sleep is really nice. When you've had a long day and you lie on your bed, you have your blanket, it's so warm and cozy, and you're dreaming, you don't want to wake up. And if you don't have a good or strong enough reason to get out of bed, you will not get out of bed. So one thing that I would say is that find a strong enough reason why you should wake up much earlier than the rest of the world. The rest of the world may wake up at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. or even 6 a.m., but you can't because you want to be more productive. What I started doing, and I started doing that after I watched a video just like this, and the lady shared, her, I'd call it a testimony of, how she started waking up at 4 a.m. and it's really helped her. I was like, nah, I'm gonna do this thing. But I needed to find a strong enough reason. And that was my writing. As I said, I'm a PhD student and that takes a chunk of my time. I have a lot to do in the lab and then all of that. And I have courses to take and all of that. That's what I do full time right now. But I also wanted to publish, a lot of the things that I had written. I'm a writer. I've been writing for a lot of years now, but I had not published really anything, any book. So when I really wanted to publish books, and I saw that I would not be able to do that given the kind of work that I have going on in the lab, I decided that no, I'm gonna make that my reason to wake up 2 hours earlier than I used to. So I also started to wake up at 4 a.m. I would wake up, take a shower quickly so that I wash the sleep off, and then get started with my day. I would say my prayers, I'll do my devotion, and then I would write everything I need to write for that day so that all the time I have content, to publish. I was able to publish 4 books last year, starting from July to December. Within that time, I published 4 books. So you see, when you actually give yourself enough time in the day, you are able to do a lot. And the morning hours really work for me, but it may not work for you. So if you're a late night person, this may not apply to you. If you're someone that stays up late to get things done into the night, that's fine. But you see, if you're sleeping at 9 p.m., 10 p.m. and then still waking up at 8 a.m., nah, you're really doing a lot to not be productive. That cannot help. That will not work. So if you're sleeping around 1 a.m. and you're waking up at 7 a.m., that's fine, because all that time in the night you were doing the things that you would have done if you woke up early. And some people are just not morning people. So that's fine. But if you're going to sleep early, do it well. Make sure you get enough rest, and then wake up much earlier than you used to, so that you can use your morning hours, at least some 2 hours, 1.5 hours, or 3 hours, to get a lot done before you step out for the day. So that is the first tip that I would give you. I would say find a very strong enough reason, because if you don't have a strong enough reason, you will not wake up. You will do it for a day or two, at most a week, and then just stop. Because as I said, everyone likes to sleep. Sleep is nice. It's good for your body. It's wonderful. But if you're trying to be more productive than you've been in the past, then you've got to cut down on sleep. And you need a reason that will just get you out of bed. When I think of the fact that I'm almost done with my book, I can publish it within a month. I have a target for myself. Oh, I'm gonna do this. I have this book to publish in maybe a month's time, or I've set this goal for myself, and all of that. It just gets me out of bed, and then I just start my day, and I'm able to do a lot. And that takes me to my next point. And the next thing that I'll share with you is actually set real goals for yourself. I always have these little sticky notes that I put on my laptop, and then each week I write out everything I need to do. I have to submit assignment 4. I have to prepare this presentation. I have to attend this meeting. I have to draft something. I'll just write it all down and then tick it as I go. Because sometimes when you have it, all mixed up in your head, and you don't really have it clearly right in front of you, it becomes difficult to actually meet those deadlines, and then take off or clear off those things that you have to do, or meet your daily goals. So if you're going to do this thing, then you've got to really learn how to set goals for yourself. Write it down. Write down the vision. Write it. Make sure that you are seeing it. Write it down, and then tick it as you go. So I'm done with assignment 4. I'll just tick it. Today I have to learn maybe image processing in MATLAB. I have maybe the course 4 to go through. I just write it down, and then I tick it as I go. I have to have this meeting with this person. I tick it. I have to edit this video. I tick it. I have to create this content for my Instagram, for my TikTok. I tick it. All of those things, I write them down, and I tick them as I go. And they really, really help me. So definitely set goals for yourself and set deadlines for yourself. If you're going to accomplish all of that within 1 week, make sure it is all cleared within 1 week. And that takes me to my third point, which is reward yourself. You see, the way our human mind works, we like to be rewarded. We all gravitate towards things that make us feel good, things that we know are going to reward us. And that is how addictions happen, in the negative sense, because of that, the reward centers in our brain. Right? So if you know that you're going to reward yourself after you meet your deadlines, you are actually going to do them. And sometimes it doesn't have to be anything big. For me, I really like Subway. I like myself a good sandwich, a good tuna sandwich with teriyaki sauce. Whenever I set goal for myself and I'm able to meet it, especially some major things, when I'm done, I just walk to the next Subway and I get myself a sandwich. Sometimes I starve myself of Subway so that, it will increase the hunger for it, because that is something that I love. I love myself a good sandwich. So that is my way of rewarding myself. Something as little as that is how I choose to reward myself. Sometimes I say, okay, I'm going to finish this and I'm going to watch the next episode of Avatar. That is a series that I really like. So I just make sure that I finish everything. I hold off put it off for some time. I make sure that I finish it, and the moment I'm done, I go sit behind my laptop, behind my TV, and I watch the next episode of my favorite series. Sometimes Just As Girls is like one of my greatest motivation to get things done. So thank you, Pastor Mildred. So find something that really makes you happy. Find something that makes you feel that you are actually rewarding yourself, and make sure the reward is not work. Right? Something that makes you relax. Take yourself out. Go to a nice restaurant and give yourself a treat. Or sometimes it can be very tiny little thing. Buy yourself something on Amazon. Buy yourself a piece of jewelry, a good book. Read it. Something that makes you happy. So definitely reward yourself, because that's really going to help you meet your goals. The fourth point that I'm going to share with you is have an accountability partner. Someone that you are able to report yourself to. I do that a lot for my fiance. And I see that it helps him a lot. So my fiance is the kind of person that also has a lot going on. And sometimes he ends up forgetting some important things that he has to do. So what I started to do was when we're having a conversation and he's telling me what the things that he has to do, I start to note them down, right? And then during the day, I'll just be checking up on those things. Hey babe, have you done this? Babe, so you said that you reach out to this person, have you done that? Babe, you said you called this person, have you done it? So I am his accountability partner, right? Sometimes you just, we'll be having a conversation and I'll just be giving him an update of the things that he said he would do and the ones that he's been able to do and the ones that are left. So have a person like that whom you can always communicate with concerning the things that you have to do, because it really, really helps when you have someone constantly reminding you, right? Someone that cares about you, that's really going to take it upon themselves to do that for you, right? So have an accountability partner. That really helps. That helps me personally. My accountability partner is not a human being necessarily. My accountability partner is God. Because God will always bring things to my mind that you said you would do this. Get up and do it, right? Your accountability partner can be your best friend, can be your boyfriend or your girlfriend, can be your fiance, can be your husband or your wife, can be your parent, can be a mentor. Let it be someone that you respect, someone whose words you actually take into consideration. Because if you're doing this as a joke, they're reminding you, you're shutting them down, you don't even want to hear it, it's not going to help you. So pick someone whose words you actually care about, right? Someone you love, someone you respect, someone you honor, and that is definitely going to help you. My final point is pray for grace. I'm a God girl, and whatever thing that I'm doing, I involve God, and I constantly ask God to give me grace. What is grace? Grace is the empowerment to do or become something that you could otherwise never do or be. Grace is God's ability at work in you. So when I find that I won't be able to accomplish something by myself, or I find that some things are daunting, or given the kind of situations that sometimes I find myself in and how overwhelming it can seem if I don't have grace, it really drives me to constantly ask God to help me, to give me that ability, to strengthen me, to give me good health, because there are so many people dependent on me, I can't feel them. So God, to give me good health, to give me wisdom, to balance the things that I have to do. Grace will also bring wisdom, because when you have a lot of things doing and you don't have the wisdom to really spread your time equitably, you find yourself becoming lopsided. So you are so into one thing that you don't have attention for the other things, and the other things start to die, and all your attention is into one thing. It takes, wisdom to really learn how to prioritize, and as I said, to share your time equitably, not equally. Not all things deserve the same attention, right? So to make sure that you are distributing your time and your attention equitably in accordance with the kind of attention each thing that you are doing deserves. So those are my tips for becoming more productive. 2025, I want to even be more productive than I have been. And I'm trying to be very conscious about it, trying to remind myself of things that I've done in the past that have worked, and to, draw out more tips, read books, and learn from people on the things that have worked for them. And definitely to ask God for more grace, because this 2025 has to be greater and better for me. So God bless you. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Also, you can share it with your friends and family, and let us know in the comment what really works for you. Probably there was something that I should have added which I didn't add, so let us know in the comments what works for you, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you, and bye.